Welcome back, everybody, to episode 7 of the Well-Regulated Snakes. It is the dead of winter and not much is happening. I did want to jump in the middle of winter to at least, show you progress, show you how things are going, but there isn't really a whole lot. It's mostly just steady progress because we're not able to really go out looting or scavenging or warring or anything like that. Everyone is basically just sitting around their campfires, staying warm, or working a kiln or a forge. So that's what I've been doing. I have 7 kilns going at all times. I built a second forge that are both running most of the time. And with that, I've been able to extend the chicken wire outer fence here. It's almost complete. Just got to fill in a few spots along here and finish this corner. And I've added several more concrete watchtowers. That'll help a lot for defense. I've also added several buildings, several barns specifically, because there is a whole feature in this game that I didn't know about. You might notice there's 800 lead here. Then I come over to the mine and there's 760 more lead. Um, yeah, there's actually just an easy way to set limits on how much you mine, and I never did it. So I have so much lead. For reference, if you use 1 lead, you can make 10 pistol rounds. I think it's also 1 lead for 4 shotgun shells. Um, so yeah, I have a lot of lead. I don't know if I'll ever be able to run out, but because I just had so much extra, before I figured out how to set the limits, I just built several more barns to find out, or to hold everything. Um, all you have to do is come in here and just like left click on an item. So like you can see here, steel is limited to 20. I didn't know that that was a thing, so I didn't have that feature used for a while, so now I have 84 of that. Same for like chicken wire, I now have limited that, although I need all that I can get. Stone, however, I had like 200 at one point. I'm slowly working my way back down. Really, I don't need like a whole pile of stone, because what am I going to use a bunch of stone for all of a sudden? I'm using it for concrete, but like I don't need a whole bunch all of a sudden. If, let's say, a section of wall gets blown up, I can just kind of make it slowly. Like that works fine. There's not really an instance where I need 150 stone all at once. Um, but you might also notice, and this was another reason why I needed much more barn space, was my food stocks are very, very high. Uh, Even higher than they were last episode. You might also notice this random pile of dead bodies surrounded by spike traps. So the Smiley Rabbit Command was a looter community that was up here in this base. Um, Near the beginning of winter, they sent over a group that wanted to extort me for some money. I gave them the money, but then, somehow, I don't know how, somehow a bunch of Molotovs were thrown on them as they were leaving. Now, I definitely didn't do that. It was someone hiding in the bushes right outside my base, um, and they all died. Then they sent a group to start burying their friends, and then, you know, somehow they kept tripping and falling on their knives. I don't know what happened, but another group of them all died. Then they sent another group to start burying their second group of friends, and probably even their first group of friends, and they died. And then when the last one happened to die, definitely wasn't me. Last one happened to die. It told me that the Smiley Rabbit Command was defeated. So I ran up here, and lo and behold, their base was empty of people, but full of supplies. They had basically the same amount of resources as this base down here that I looted last episode. Another looter community that I killed because I was worried about my food, and rightfully so. Um, but once I looted this community as well, I just had no space left. So I built a second. I mean, I built lots of barns, but I specifically built a second food barn right here. Actually, technically, I built this one for miscellaneous stuff because this was my miscellaneous barn. Miscellaneous got moved here, and now this is a second food barn because it's right next to the campfire. That seemed fitting. But I have just so much food now. We're in great shape in that respect. One interesting thing is that now it says there's an unknown community up here. So I think what happened is since I didn't try to take over any parts of their base, or claim any of the buildings or anything, that another community has moved in here and has taken over the base for themselves, not in like a malicious way, but just like a band of refugees come upon this, walled-in area and moved in because they could. And you can actually see the two trading parties are just chilling out there for the moment. So that's pretty cool that, some group has moved in there just fine. Speaking of trading parties, uh, as with any community, I believe, the more you trade with them, the better their stuff gets. Um, Maybe because they trust you more, or maybe because they have, more money, they're able to get supplies from somewhere else. I don't know what the lore answer specifically is, but the gameplay answer is the more you trade with them, the better stuff they'll give you, or the better stuff they'll have to trade in the future, I should say. And I've gotten two great items from them. The first is called the possible FEMA contact details. I believe this is part of the way to win this scenario. This is just like basically the free play. This isn't, the storyline mode. This is still early access. The full story update is coming later. It's being worked on. Um, but the possible FEMA contact details, I believe, are part of the way to win this basically free play mode. It does say, obviously, right there that you'll need a working satellite phone. I assume I'll get that by trading more. Eventually it'll unlock, or maybe I have to find specific people with satellite phones, I'm not sure. But I can't really go looking for it until winter's over. So we'll hold off on that. Um, the other item that I got was even better. It's the brain scanner. This is an item that was in the original Survivalist as well, and I really want to show it off because it's really cool. So I have it on my main hero here, my main character, I should say, and you can see the graph in the bottom left. Now every character has this relationship graph with every other character in the game, or at least every character they've interacted with. I doubt they store, a totally neutral relationship with every single person, but yeah, you can see here that this person, Skylar Noble, uh, has some amount of, I believe this is respect. The blue line is respect, yeah, and the pink line is approval. So she respects me a bit, but she doesn't really like me or dislike me in any way. And you can see all the different events that have influenced her. So I've added a bunch of cool stuff to the camp, building-wise, so she's happier and she respects me a bit more. And then I traded some supplies to one of the wandering traders, effectively, and she respects me a bit more because of that. But you can see, like, for every single character that has done stuff, yeah, here's Shane killing, or, sorry, it's not Shane, someone throwing all of those Molotovs somewhere, got her a lot of, or got this person, Shane, a lot of respect from Skylar. Yeah. So, I just think this is a really cool system. And also you can see the trait system up here. So Skylar, straight, she's aggressive, cynical, blah, blah, blah. You can see all of that. And all of these things affect her in different ways, although I don't necessarily know how they all affect her. But, like, the characters will talk to each other periodically. Like, if I just... will they talk... Will I spot anyone talking while I'm just looking around here? Of course not. Why would people talk on command? But they'll ask each other, well, like, what's up? And they'll say, like, oh, so-and-so... Oh, I think there was some talking there. I don't know. They'll say, like, oh, so-and-so, killed some looters recently. And then the other person will have a response to that. And I know that response is based on the trait. So, like, they do something good. Yeah, like, there's All Right Jeffrey, life goes on. Okay, well, that one wasn't... Oh, yeah, here we go. Shane had to kill someone in self-defense, and the other person says great. Now, if they were a different set of traits, maybe they wouldn't think that's great. Maybe they would be excited by the fact that they had to kill someone. Or maybe they'd be, less happy that he had to kill someone, even though it was self-defense. Whoa, zoomed in on his armpit. So it's just a really cool feature. You can see everyone's relationship with everyone, and Let me just walk over here so I can see it again. Yeah, just see exactly how everyone uh, is feeling. Also, oh, she has negative 22 morale. I need to kind of look into that probably. Um, but also it lets you see the skills of people you haven't recruited. If you don't have this mind scanner and you and you bring up the screen, it'll show you some of the personality traits. You can discover them by talking to them and talking to their friends or family members. So, like, let's say Maya has a sister, and you talk to the sister. Maybe the sister will say, "Oh, you know, Maya really likes drinking," or something like that, and it would unlock the knowledge of the alcoholic trait on Maya, something like that. Uh, yeah, it's just a really cool system. I like it so much. It adds so much depth to the game. Um, Now that I've rambled for 11 minutes, I think I'm going to get back to playing through uh, like just playing through this on 4x speed, and hopefully more exciting stuff will happen in the spring. I do want to obviously find that satellite phone so that I can win. Um, Mainly because I want to make a new community because I've learned so much with this community that I want to do a better community on a higher difficulty because there's the whole invisible strain, uh, game mechanic that is turned off in this easier difficulty. Um, and I don't really know how that works, but yeah, I'm excited to find out. Oh, there's raiders. Let me pause this before I go looking. So let me cut here. Let me go kill those raiders. Probably, yeah, just level 1 raiders. That's going to be no problem at all. But anyway, I will be back in a second. One thing I forgot to mention is that there is a beta in this game. Now this is a early access game, but there is a beta branch for like newer, less stable features for people to play through. And I really want to switch over to that, but you should start a new community when you switch to the beta, so I can't do that with this community. But there are so many quality of life features that have been like not anything huge, but like just tons of small stuff have been added, and I just really want to experiment with all that stuff, but I can't yet. So that's another reason why I want to finish this community up. There was one other thing I wanted to show off. It's actually 16 degrees Fahrenheit right now, which is like probably -8 Celsius. And the river that runs by my base is actually totally frozen over, so we can run on it. We can't drink from it, so if I didn't have wells, I'd be in a lot of trouble there for water. Um, and these rocks are kind of annoying when I'm trying to run backwards from bad guys. They're not charging me for whatever reason at the moment, so I can just pick them off. Anyway, I just thought that was pretty cool, so I thought I would show it off, that the terrain actually changes a bit based on weather. Let's take out the end of this. Oh, oh gosh, that takes 2 body shots. Almost got axed. Okay, be right back. It's now late winter, and I've been dealing with these looters that have been here forever. They just kind of annoyed me. They don't do anything really aggressive, but if anybody, usually my lumberjacks come over in this area, like chopping wood, they'll go over and harass my people trying to get money out of them or try to get them to give them their gear, that sort of thing. And it's just annoying. And I'm kind of bored because not a lot is happening, so let's try to take these guys out. I have my main leader here, loaded up with a shotgun, a lot of Molotovs, pipe bombs, and tons of armor. So let's see if we can get this community dead. The first question to ask is, whoops, which way do we attack from? And I checked on the map before I started recording, and there are watchtowers on the west side, which is to my left, and the north side, which is the far side. But the east and south sides do not have very many watchtowers, so I probably want to attack from, that side. Because watchtowers are, of course, very good defensively. What is spotting me? I don't know what was. I think there were some rabbits. I saw a little glimmer of orange on the minimap to my, like, over that way, and I think there was a rabbit over there. There are two people sitting right next to each other at a campfire. That seems kind of prime Molotov positioning. So let's see if we can throw that without them realizing that I'm... No, they know I'm here. But I also have a, pretty good surprise attack of just launching Molotov after Molotov at groups of them. I guess I don't really need to be crouched. They definitely know where I am. I can throw it very well, actually, because of my fitness and construction skill. Those are the two skills that affect it, so you can see in the description. It says they're more, what am I trying to say? That Molotovs are more effective. I don't think that means more damage. I'm pretty sure that means throw farther, but maybe it means they do more damage. My guy does have 5 out of 5 construction, so they should be, pretty good for both of them, in both ways. Can I shoot over the wall a little bit there? He's certainly trying to shoot me. Well, you know what? I think I can break through... Oh, that watchtower. I even said to avoid the watchtowers. Let's see if this gate can get blown up. There we go. Okay. Come on, dude. There we go. Don't have to deal with the watchtower if... Now, is there just the watch... No, there's several unconscious people. If you've killed off everyone but the very last person, then they'll surrender. Oh, that wasn't even the watchtower. Oh my gosh. Do I have... I have one. Let's use it. Scavenge. Does this person have any bandages on him? No, but he did have a tracksuit top. Can we rip up that? Hopefully they don't charge me right now. Okay, now use this. Okay. Not in perfect shape, but not bad shape. There is a guy still in that watch area. You can see the shots. Well, I'm doing stupid stuff. I just target like every single part of his body differently. I didn't think he had leg armor on, so I shot his leg armor. Where's the rag? There it is. I didn't think he had leg armor on, so I shot his leg armor. That guy was a little dumb. Didn't realize he was fully armored, so then I shot his chest just because I mistargeted. And then, I shot his head, and that was obviously the best target. When they're all armored, you might as well go for the head. Oop. If I assassinate these, maybe that last guy, if he is the last guy, will just, surrender. I don't know, actually, let's look for a bandage, because I'm actually quite hurt. And if I get hit again, I need to bandage up immediately. Oh, this person has 2 bandages. Nice. Okay, let's take those real bandages instead of just... Okay, try to stick to cover a little bit, I guess. Oh, no, there's multiple guys left. Okay, good. And one of them does have a Molotov, which... Okay, he missed me. That was kind of awesome. Oh, if you shoot him in the legs, they can go flying. Who am I targeting here? This guy. Okay. If you shoot him in the legs, they can go flying, which is obviously a little silly. But then I shot him right as he flew through the air. That was pretty cool. So I have been here for a little bit, looking around. I haven't found another person. I looked back at the footage. It didn't say that I was defeated this group when I killed her, the woman right above me in the fence. But it does say that they're defeated now. This guy is freezing, though. So I guess I defeated them. That's a little anticlimactic, but we now have a whole bunch of stuff to loot, so I'm going to start looting it and bringing it back to base, and then I'm going to continue on with winter. We are through with winter. It is finally mid-spring, and the temperatures have increased. It's 58 degrees right now. Last night it only got down to the mid-40s, and that's when I decided, you know what, mid-40s should be okay. It's a bit cold, but not quite freezing. Of course, freezing is 32 Fahrenheit for those Celsius folks, so we're a little bit above freezing. It's still pretty cold, so I think the seeds will survive. And so yeah, I replotted out my farmland, and we have Jacqueline here starting to plant my seeds again, and I'll get to her in a moment. We have carrots over here in orange, chilies, cabbages, corn, cucumbers, uh, what is this, pumpkins, sunflower seeds, and beetroot. So all of this over here, the orange, reds, and the green here, is for stews and curries. You need, I believe it's two. Oh, I can't check right now. Oh no, I can check. No, I can't check. Oh no, I can. Okay, good. Just have to keep scrolling down. Curries require 2 carrots, a cabbage, and a chili. But it's always that 2-to-1 ratio, 2 carrots for any type of stew. So that's why I have much more room allotted to carrots. Obviously, this is like a 3-to-1 ratio right now, but um, I'm out of carrots right now. So I figure having an extra, three to one instead of just 2-to-1 will help me catch up with carrots. And hopefully we'll have stew, all winter long next winter. If I haven't won yet. Um, so yeah, we're doing great there. Uh, this is sunflower seeds. Sunflower seeds you cook into sunflower oil, or you can just eat the seeds. But the main use is cooking it into sunflower oil, which you can then put into wine bottles and stuff a rag in there, and it works as a Molotov. Beetroot right here is cooked into beetroot sugar, which you can then combine with water and corn added still to turn it into vodka, which you can then drink or turn into Molotovs that way as well. Um, so yeah, there's a lot of stuff. Cucumbers though I think are kind of useless. I mean, you can eat them of course, but there's no recipes I don't think with cucumbers at the moment. I might be wrong on that. You can always just feed them to um, your animals, which is great. But yeah, so maybe I don't need cucumbers plotted out because hopefully my stews and curries will be taking care of all of those needs. Um, let's see, what else do I want to say? Oh yeah, progress on just building stuff. We have been producing chicken wire and cement all winter. I think I mentioned that earlier. And basically our wall is done. This whole area is enclosed. Still one tower. I guess I need one more cement to finish this whole section off. Um, I do want to enclose this, but I need to dig out these rocks first, so that's going to take a little bit, and it's not really needed. It's just kind of a nice touch. Then we have this whole section here, which is fully fenced in, which is great. No longer have people running up on me too close. And I'm still building the towers, and probably want to place another tower down here, and maybe in between, we'll see. But that's going to take a while because, of course, each one of these is 12 cement. So that does take a while. This area up here is enclosed, and we do need watchtowers still, so we need like 100 cement, probably, which will take a while, but this is a long-term playthrough, so what can you do? This area right here I do want to enclose as well, but the trees are in the way, but they've almost chopped them down. I think there was 2 lumberjacks here. I don't know where the second one went. Um, I don't know. It doesn't matter. Yeah, they just have to chop down right here, and then we can finish the chicken wire fence across and have this little corner place enclosed as well. My chickens have been breeding. I've slaughtered so many chickens over winter. They, breed like animals, and I'm just constantly overflowing. I started off with just one coop. Each coop can only hold 4 chickens, um, and so I built 2 more, and I still just keep having so many chickens. Um, and they can only sleep in the coop. Or I mean, they can sleep in my barns, but I like having this little enclosed chicken area, so I'm not letting them run free. Uh, so yeah, it's a good source of meat and also eggs, but it is just kind of annoying right now to have to micromanage that. There's no, unlike other things where I can just like come over here and click. Uh, and just like left click here and say limit 20 chicken wires, and then my whole community will understand once I hit 20 chicken wires, stop making them. There's no feature in the game yet to auto slaughter chickens once you get a certain amount, which would be great. And probably coming eventually, but just not in the game yet. It is early access, so what can you do? Um, so micromanaging them is not the most fun, but it would be a great source of meat, or it is a great source of meat and hassle-free meat if there was a auto slaughter feature. I think that's basically everything. I am I am in great shape, so I'm doing pretty well. Oh yeah, I wiped out this on camera. A couple times communities have moved in, but then usually they die pretty quickly. Not to me, but like the people that move in are just like the refugee people running around. Like this group, let's say that's a group of three. Then a group of three will move in here. Maybe other refugees join them or something like that. But uh, that few people can't really fight off a group of raiders or like a horde very easily, so they end up just like churning through groups over and over again. It's kind of sad. Um, but I didn't want to recruit anyone else, so I just have been kind of letting everyone run wild um, without me bothering them. I think that'll do it for today. I do apologize for having this episode out a day late. I wanted it out on Friday, but just not a whole lot was happening, and I just didn't have time to record or to just wait for spring. It's now um, Saturday morning or late Friday night, the way depending on the way you look at it. So I've just finished recording this. It should be up later today on Saturday. Hopefully the next episode will be up on Monday, but I'm not sure. I guess it really depends on if I can find a satellite phone because I do want to finish up this series at some point soon, so I can start on harder difficulty, new community with what I've learned on the beta, all that fun stuff. But I don't know how to do that. So we'll see how it goes. But thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.